Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Dior Day today. I have purchased a few items from the spring collection in bits and pieces actually. I bought a few sight unseen off the internet and then some other items in store. So I'm going to kick off straight away by telling you about my favourite product, which is not what I expected. I did not intend to buy this lip sugar scrub sweet exfoliating balm, but the girl in store was so well, she was raving about this product. I was a bit dubious. I don't really like lip scrubs, or at least I've never liked one before now, and I have plenty of lip balms, but I caved. She said she really loved the taste of it, and it was like a sugar sweet. I find it has a slight peppermint fragrance taste, but a very sweet spearmint sounds a bit sickly, but that kind of thing. I actually like it, and I'm not a great fan of peppermint, but I have to say there doesn't seem to be any of the ingredients that are peppermint fragranced or anything like that, so that's a bit bizarre, and maybe it's just my bizarre sense of smell, but I think most people will like the taste of this if you like kind of moderately sweet things. It's a really unusual texture. I don't think you're going to be able to see, because I can barely see with the eye. There are little tiny sugary particles in it. They're more obvious when you first open it, but you can definitely feel them on the lips every time you put this product on. But they're not intrusive, they're not scratchy, they kind of melt away very quickly. The balm itself is not too sticky, it's just a nice, smooth, your lips but slightly better look. And I just find this stick form very convenient. Up until buying this product, my favourite lip balm had actually been the Chanel Les Beige balm from last year, which I really like because, again, it's in a stick and it's just, to me, easier to use than a pot. Although the pots can be a bit kind of gloopier and thicker and maybe more moisturising for the lips. So this is a ridiculously expensive product for a lip balm. It's, I think, I'm going to say £24. It might be 22. I'll look up and put in the caption box below. But I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I've been wearing it every day. And you definitely need a good lip balm if you're going to invest in the next lip product that I'm going to show you, which is from the Gradations capsule collection, and this is the Rouge Gradient. Now, I am not, well, I was going to say I'm not entirely sure how you're meant to use these. Let's look at them to start off. They're sponge applicators with a nicely domed tip, two colours. This whole pen is called Red, but as you can see, that's more corally pink. And then at the other end, definitely a red. Now, you're going to see both the good and the bad here. I'm in really two minds about this product. When I got it, I absolutely loved it, and I've worn it quite a lot. It looks absolutely great on the lips, not in the way they tell you to apply it, which is to put the lighter colour all over the lip and then kind of stick this in the middle. That looks absolutely bizarre on me, I have to say. Either I have worn the colours individually, or I've layered them completely on top of each other. What I like about it is it's a very unusual texture, almost like a powder. And I find as a lip stain, it actually works and lasts better on me than any of the liquid lipsticks that have become so fashionable at the moment, and I've tried, like the Chanel lip inks, which I don't find last on me at all, or the Guerlain ones, which last a bit better. When I get round to showing you my Burberry picks, they've brought out some matte liquid lips, which again I've tried. This It's not meant to be a liquid lipstick, but I find it does the job better. Now, that may be because it is a much drier texture. It goes on very smoothly to do with the applicator, which, by the way, up until this clumping, which has started at one end of mine, I really, really liked. I just find it shaped well to use. I don't need to use a lip liner to get a good finish. It goes on very smoothly and evenly, or it did. But as you can see, this end is starting to kind of get these dry bits. And I don't know what that's about. I don't know whether it's to do with the delivery of the pigment or what. What I can say is the pigment is excellent. Although it's quite a dry product, I don't find it drying on the lips as long as I'm moisturised before putting it on. It lasts way better than any of my other lip products. I really like these colours. They look really pretty. I'm slightly doubtful how long this product is going to last, whether it's going to dry out, just not deliver very well. I've had this literally just over a week, used it a lot, and I'm getting this, funny kind of drying bit on one end of it. Prior to that happening, I was very definitely going to buy the other colours. That's how much I liked it. Definitely worth a look, I think. What else? The stars of the show were the two eye palettes, one in blues and greens, and this one, which is the one I went for, called Coral Gradation. I don't think it's very coral, if I'm honest. More kind of bricky. I was a bit dubious about this one, but I wanted to get one of the eye palettes. I hadn't got the Chanel one that I'd agonised about, so I thought this would be useful. I used to love the old kind of pearlised quints. I haven't loved their formulations recently, the last few I've bought. Not sure about this formulation. They're not nearly as pearlised as those old quints. That one kind of is, but you can see there the kind of powderiness of it. This yellow, which I would never in a million years go for, actually is quite pretty on the eye. Definitely makes me look a bit healthier. The so-called coral, you can see, is quite dry, very, very powdery. And then a decently pigmented and smooth brown. That one's the best texture of the four. I will say they go on the eyes pretty well. They last reasonably well. They do slightly run into each other and look a bit muddy. They're not great for blending into each other. I suppose I've just been kind of spoiled with some of the great Japanese and Korean ones, and even the Chanel ones that seem to blend a bit better. So is this a must-have? I don't think so, unless you're a collector. But, it's nice enough. But I wouldn't rave about it. I will say there were some singles in the collection, which, testing them out in store, seemed to have a better texture, or I liked them. There was an absolutely beautiful kind of bluey teal, bluey greeny, very dramatic shade with a matching nail polish, which I thought looked absolutely stunning, but I knew I wouldn't wear it enough to justify getting it. But if you're into dramatic colours, I thought that was definitely the one to get. Nothing else kind of stood out. And then the other product that I bought from this collection is the Nude Air Colour Gradation Blurring Powder with Kabuki brush. Let me remind you of last year's, because this is the kind of packaging that I really love as much as anything from Dior that comes out at this time of year. Really stunning. And last year it was one of my all-time favourites of the year, this beautiful floral imprinted powder that was very, very glowy indeed. A beautiful highlighter. I actually use it as an all-over face powder. I absolutely love this product. So I went for it again this year, knowing it was slightly different. Let us enjoy once again, the very pretty colour, which is kind of shell soft, very softly gradient pink. I don't know if you're even seeing there without the mirror how it does slightly increase in tone. It's a very, very pale pink. Not a highlighter this time. You can see there, very, very powdery, slightly chalky. It's what's called a blurring powder. I think I quite like this. It does infinitesimally blur, I think, but it's not really very noticeable. But I do like it as a finishing powder. What I would say is you have to be very, very pale to wear it, because nicely blurring the pores for me, but definitely giving a slightly pale cast, which if you don't like that look, or if you're darker complexioned, would definitely look very chalky. So great for pale faces like me, or Asian ladies who like that very pale look, and porcelain skin. For others, perhaps again, not one unless you're a collector, because it is very pretty in the compact. So yeah, it comes with the little kabuki brush, very nicely packaged. So I am pleased with my picks. I will probably be coming back to you on this one, because it started off as a love. I don't know if it's going to develop into a hate as the product ages. This is definitely a love, and I think everyone can do with a really nice balm, and this is an exfoliating balm, so what's not to love? It is a bit pricey, but definitely a nice treat. I'd give the eye palettes a miss, to be honest, and whether you like the powder really depends on what you're looking for in your skin tone. So those were my Dior picks for the time being. Until next time, bye for now.